Greetings, welcome to the very first episode of 1 Million Experiences. I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the channel. We are well on our way to 100 subscribers. Remember, that is our goal by July 15th. I want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe. And just again, welcome to the channel. I am the Divine Auntie. How y'all doing today, nieces and nephews? So I am super excited to be here. So let's get on with it so we can have a great first episode. So first, I know y'all like, who is this woman? Who is she? Right? What gives her the right to even talk to us, right? So let me just tell you, I am originally from Baltimore City, Maryland. I currently live in North Carolina. All right. And so what qualifies me? I grew up in with trauma. I grew up with drama. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the suburbs. I've had very diverse amount of friends. I've been in education for 17 years. I'm a mother. I've been a wife. I've been a girlfriend. I've been a situationship. I have been all those things, and I have a million experiences that make me who I am. And I know you do too. So that's what we're just going to talk about. And I also want to just put this disclaimer out here. This is not for therapy, y'all, right? I am not your therapist. I just want to talk to you. And sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. And who better to talk to than y'all? All right. So, um, my voice, I speak for women. I speak for women of all cultures. However, I definitely speak for African American women. I love us. I think we're beautiful. I think we're intelligent. Do I think we have some work to do, ladies? Yes, I do. But we'll get to that in some more episodes, okay? Um, and I'm all about speaking the truth, all right? The truth sometimes hurts. You don't always want to hear the truth. But who better give you the truth than your auntie? And sometimes you might have to give me my truth. So remember to comment in the box down there and we can have that talk, all right? So, the crown of mission. So, I started the channel so we can have real dialogue, right? So let me just tell you, every now and again, I might drop some little curse words, profanity for some of y'all. But that's the authenticity in who I am, all right? And hopefully I uplift women. I want women to know that we are the shining light. Like I said, we got some work to do though for that. And we'll be talking about tackling life's challenges with uncompromised integrity. So there are three core pillars for this channel, and the first one is integrity, right? And so we'll be talking about what integrity is this show because it's called Why Integrity Matters. And we'll be also tackling the second pillar, which is everyday issues. So relationships, culture, personal growth, the things that make us, have to look in the mirror sometimes, and overcoming challenges. Just being resilient, still standing, as Cardi B says, and that's my girl. Hey, Cardi. I hope you see this girl. She said I get knocked down 9 times and still get back up 10. All right, all right. So why integrity matters. So integrity matters because it should be what we do, right? But some people don't even know what it is. So let's define what integrity is. Integrity is what you do when nobody else is looking. Can I be the same inside? Can I be the same outside? If I can't be the same inside and outside, then that means my integrity is flawed, all right? And I don't mean, go and do everything that you do inside your house outside. We know there's a place. Just like when you was growing up. You act one way in church, you act one way at home, you act one way at grandma's house. That ain't what I'm talking about. Integrity is, would I go and rob a bank? No. All right? Would I go and steal a car? No. All right, that kind of stuff. Like, or let's go as far as, would I be putting my hands on people? I'm not going to do it in my house, so why would I do it outside? All right? Let's talk about, in order to have good integrity, You have to understand what the difference is between honesty versus transparency. I'm going to say that again. Honesty versus transparency. Then I'm going to set my little Kool-Aid on that one. So first of all, honesty, it is the truth. It is the truth. It definitely is. Right? But it's the limited truth. So let's say someone says, what did you do today? I went to the store. What store you go to? You left all that out. You know, you went to the store, you got gas, you got something to eat, you came home. Transparency is everything, every little detail, whether it's the good, the bad, the ugly, or the indifferent. That is what transparency is all about. So we've talked about honesty. Oh, and I know y'all see that's my girl Nala, that's my little baby. So we talked about honesty, we talked about integrity. But let's talk about lying and deceit. Two different things, same avenue. I can lie to you and say, I forgot to call you. I know I didn't forget to call you, right? But deceit is, I went out my way to plan not to call you. I did it intentionally. Whatever I did it because I had to. I planned on it. Let's start another example. Cheating, for example. Your man cheat on you, your woman cheat on you, maybe once or twice, and they lied. I was with Skippy, I was with Sarah. But it's deceitful. But it'll be like, I'm going on a business trip. And they're going a whole weekend with Johnny. And they come back and they're like, oh, the trip was great. We did this for work, we did that for work. All the while, you're none the wiser. That wasn't just a lie. That was intentional. It was deceitful. And deceit hurts worse than a lie. So, with that being said, the understanding is integrity is all about internal alignment. What I'm doing on the inside, I should be doing on the what? Outside. So, the lack of integrity dismantles our entire foundation. Anything we do, as I tell my scholars, if I don't have good integrity, I'm probably going to end up in jail. But it builds unshakable respect. People might not like that you tell the truth all the time or that you're transparent. I know people don't like me. I know they don't. I don't care. However, I have the respect and knowing that they know I stand on what I stand on. Because they're the same. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything, right? And if you got bad integrity, that's what you're going to do. And that's what it's about. So, I want you to take this away. Because we're all coming from different backgrounds, whether it's culturally, ethnically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. All of it. It doesn't matter. When we have things going on, we can easily compromise our integrity if we don't keep on the right path. It doesn't matter. If you have bad integrity, you're knocking yourself off spiritually and emotionally and everybody around you. So I'm going to leave you with this final charge. I want you to think of authenticity over perfection. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. Yeah. If you didn't know. However, I am authentic. What you see is what you get. All right? It doesn't make you perfect. It just makes you authentic. If you own your own flaws and you stand in your truth, you are who you are. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. All of those experiences make you who you are. If you don't know that, well, you know that now. And sweetie, it's cool. Because like Kendrick said, that's my boy. Kendrick, I hope you watch this, boy. Oh my goodness, I'd be so excited. Like, if you just like it, you know what I'm saying? But he says, if my grandma don't see it how I see it, I ain't talking to her either. If somebody can't respect your truth, what you stand on, we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But you have to refuse to wear a mask. Take the mask off. Okay, sorry, y'all. So, in my head, you know, got a whole record player up in there. But take the mask off. You cannot continue to live in the manner that you've been living in. So I want you to start thinking about, what does integrity look in your everyday life? What does it look like in your everyday life? If you find yourself not being able to be yourself all the time, maybe you aren't being authentic. Maybe you need to figure out how you can get like that. Because I want us to always remember that we need to make a better choice instead of living by chance. We need to start making those choices that are best for us. Not picking which one we think that's not going to work. And so I want y'all to remember that integrity does matter. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. We're on our way to 100 subscribers, y'all. Thank you. Bye.